Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing my February wrap up and my March TBR. So in February I read 7 books, which was pretty good, and so now I have read 14 books in 2024 and my goal is 75, so I only have 60 books left, which I think is very accomplishable. Hold on, I'm just going to grab my thoughts that I have written down in Notion. So if you can see in the background there, my tripod is very precariously placed on a big stack of books, so we are just going to try our best. At the start of February I've read House of Flame and Shadow. Now this book, if you watched my House of Flame and Shadow reading vlog, you will already know that I did not love this book as much as I wanted to. I had such high hopes for it and it just kind of fell flat for me. I thought it was very rushed, while also nothing seemed to be happening, but my expectations were way too high after 2 years of waiting. So I think that's partly my own fault, partly looking at TikTok theories, partly looking at reviews, partly liking House of Sky and Breath a lot, but that's okay. I rated this book, I think, 3 stars as far as I'm aware. I rated it 3 stars. It was not as good as ACOTAR or Throne of Glass or even the first 2 books. Just feel like there was so much lead up for it and then nothing happened. But I do understand that there are more books to come in the series, as far as I'm aware. Hopefully those can be better and be more to my liking. Next I read Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. This book is a spin-off of, well, not spin-off, but like the next installment of the Boys of Tommen series. It's the 3rd book in the Boys of Tommen series about Joey and Aoife. I don't really have anything to say except that I absolutely love this series and I absolutely loved this book. It is gut-wrenching and soul-crushing and just makes me so sad for the characters, but I really enjoyed it. I loved that we got Joey and Aoife's backstory and their whole like growing up together and their whole years in school, and that it wasn't too similar to Binding and Keeping 13, but I really enjoyed it. I gave Saving Six a 5 stars just because I just love it. Then I read Redeeming Six, which is the 4th book in the Boys of Tommen series. Oh, I've got little rainbows. Cute. There's rainbows everywhere from my little sun capture. Oh, there's rainbows. So cute. Anyway, this book, I loved the ending of it. I thought it was just so cute. I loved their little wrap up and it was just everything I wanted it to be. Meanwhile, while I was reading it, it was shattering my heart. Joey and Aoife are just everything to me. Like their whole dynamic, how much they love each other. Yeah, they have issues, but also everyone does. This book was very long though. Like, you would think these are similar lengths. Saving Six was 650 odd pages. Redeeming Six was 970 or 920 because the pages are literally like thin as they are Bible pages. But even though it was really long, it read so easy and I was easily able to finish it very quickly. I gave Redeeming Six a 5 stars as well. So I love Joey and Aoife. Next, I read Icebreaker while I was in Melbourne seeing the Eras tour. It was amazing. The Eras tour was just everything I wanted it to be, and you can see footage from that video or footage from that time in Melbourne on my other video here. I don't know if I'll be able to link it. I read Icebreaker while I was in Melbourne. I really enjoyed it. It was really cute and really fluffy and just easy to read, and I didn't go in with too many expectations because I didn't want to be disappointed by it, so I made sure not to go in with too many expectations, but I was really pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it. There was a good amount of spice while also having a storyline. I didn't think that there was too much spice and no storyline and the whole book was just smut. It was a good amount of smut while also having a storyline. I loved all the side characters as well. I loved JJ and Robbie and Henry. I rated Icebreaker a 3 stars, which is not a bad rating. It's just, it was like a good book. 3 stars is a good rating. Don't get put out if a book is rated 3 stars. That is a good rating. Then I read Wildfire, which is the next installment in the Maple Hills series, which was about Russ and Aurora. I liked this book better than Icebreaker. I loved it. I loved the whole summer camp setting. I loved Russ. He was so sweet and so thoughtful. And I really enjoyed Aurora's character. She was just really outgoing and really funny and lovable, and I really enjoyed that in both Icebreaker and Wildfire, that there weren't really conflicts between each other. There was just like inner conflicts. I really like that they just loved each other, even though they didn't know they loved each other. They loved each other. But I gave Wildfire 4.5 stars. And can we just talk about the fact that the dog is named Fish and her puppies are named Salmon and Trout? That is so cute. I love it. Then I read Magnolia Parks Into the Dark, which is the 3rd Magnolia Parks book, but the 5th Magnolia Parks universe book, if that makes sense. I thought it dragged on a little bit. There seemed to be a lot of drama and miscommunication, which I don't love, but these are what these books are. If you don't like miscommunication, if you don't like drama, then do not read them. They go through so much together, and it's honestly quite hard and sometimes draining to read about all the miscommunication and the mistrust. Like, it's honestly hard to read. It hurts my heart and it hurts my brain, and it's like, can you just get your stuff together? Like, you both love each other, figure it out. But I did enjoy it. I was really happy with the ending. The ending bumped it from a 3 stars to a 4 stars for me. The last 100 pages ish just really topped it up, gave it that extra star. I'm so glad that Magnolia and BJ got their happy ending, and there is no more pain for them or for me. But I'm very intrigued to see what happens next, because there was a bit of a lead on about the Hemmers brothers. I don't know how to say their name actually. Jonah and Christian, and then also Julian and Daisy Hates. There was quite a bit of like intrigue into what's going to happen with their story, so I am very interested to read the next books, because I really like Julian and I really like Christian, and they both deserve happy endings. I don't think she'll give Julian a happy ending, but I really hope she does. And then finally, I finished today, which is today's Feb 29th. I finished Divine Rivals. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was really cute and just whimsical, and it was a very easy fantasy world to read, and so it was not draining to get into the world building. The world building was easy and simple, and I liked that it focused more on Iris and Roman. I liked that it focused on them more than like the big war that's happening. The cliffhanger was not nice. I don't have the next book yet, even though it's out, so I'm glad that it's out, but I don't have it, so I can't finish, or I can't read on from that cliffhanger, but I really want to. I thought the letters and the whole like typewriter connection was so cute, and I really enjoyed reading their story. I also really enjoyed Iris. I think she was a really strong female main character without like shoving it in your face like, oh, yeah, she works out, she's strong, she's got a lot of power. She doesn't have any power, but she's just very, I don't know how to explain it, but she's very strong-willed, strong-minded, she's just a good female main character. I don't really know how to describe it, but I really enjoyed her character, and I rated Divine Rivals a 4 stars. It was really good. I'm not quite sure why everyone is like obsessed with it though. Like, I really enjoyed it, but it's not anything like ACOTAR or Throne of Glass or anything. Like, it was good and it was cute, but it wasn't like this spectacular book. But anyway, I really don't want to mess up my tripod. Bear with me. Hopefully that's not too different. Okay, so now we're going to do my March TBR. Again, I'm aiming for 7 books just to like kind of keep on track. Then we'll see what happens though. So this month I'm wanting to read Ruthless Vows, which is the second Divine Rivals book. I am going to go buy that tomorrow and see if they have it at shops. I'm pretty sure it's at Big W and Target and Kmart and all that. So I want to go buy that and probably maybe start that tomorrow, or if I start a different book tonight then finish that and then start it. But I'm really wanting to read that because, as I said, I want to see what's next on the cliffhanger. And then we have A Curse for True Love. I want to read this one just because I want to get the series finished. I'm going to try and not go in with too many expectations because I haven't heard the best things about it. I just want to finish the series, see what it's about, see what's happened, and then I can take the series off my list. Then while I'm reading different books, I want to try and get the second Game of Thrones book read, because I don't think I have the attention span at the moment to just read the book straight through as its own book. So I want to read like a couple chapters in between while reading another book, or in between reading and starting and finishing a book, or finishing and starting a book. I just want to get that out of the way so I can move on with the series. I'm not like desperate to finish it, but I do want to read it while also finishing the series, because I've watched the series and I want to read the series. Then we have Thrive from the Addicted Callaway series, the fourth and final book I think in the Addicted series, and then the 6th book in the reading order. So I want to read this one just because, again, I want to just get through the series. I'm not like desperate to read it in any order, like obviously in order of the series, but I'm not desperate to finish the series all in one go, because I also find these books hard to read just because they're so mentally draining, because there's so much pain and hurt and frustration. I'm just trying to read the books when I feel like picking one up instead of just reading the series straight through, because I don't think I could mentally cope with that. Then I would also want to read If You Had Been With Me. I got this for Christmas and I just really want to get to it. I believe that the second book has come out. I don't know if it's a second book or if it is the first book in a different perspective. I think it's the first book in a different perspective, but I want to read that because I have heard all good things about it and I just want to get to it. Then I want to read Normal People. I am a bit scared because I don't know if I'm going to be able to read this format of book. I don't think there's quotation marks. I think that's like a quirk about it. I've seen clips of the TV show on TikTok. I haven't actually seen the TV show, but I want to watch it, but I want to read the book before I watch it. I kind of want to annotate it if I'm able to, because I feel like I'd be able to annotate it quite well, and I just feel like there'll be a lot of quotes and stuff that are in there that I'll love. But I want to get to Normal People. It's quite a short book, so I think I could read this one quite quickly. Only 284 pages, so I feel like I could finish that one in maybe 2 or 3 days. And then I'm not too sure what my 7th book is on my TBR. I know I want to read 7 books, but I don't know what I'll feel like. I might just leave that one open to like a book that I just want to pick up during the month, because those are only the ones that are like pressing that I want to read. But thank you for watching. I am very excited to get to these books and to have finished the books that I have finished, and so grateful for the time that I have, that I'm able to read so much, and for everything. I'm grateful for authors and for my glasses, because they help me read without getting a headache. I am going to head off now. Like, comment, subscribe, all those good things, and I'll see you in the next video.